We're about halfway into the season. A lot of our running backs are nosediving on us. The running back picture from a macro standpoint is awful right now, so it's really hard finding running backs that we could use or count on or even have a solid stable with. Unfortunately, Breece Hall went down with an injury yesterday. Looks like it's going to be an ACL, and we're waiting for confirmation from the MRI right now. By the time you watch this, you probably already know, and I'll probably have it posted below in the comment section to verify that for you. But we need to look at Michael Carter right now, and the reason why is to increase the amount of touches, not to say he's going to blow up to be the next RB1 or that, but the fact that more touches creates more opportunities is valuable to somebody somewhere in your fantasy league. He's rostered in 65% of the leagues on Sleeper. He's been dropped in 9% of the leagues on Sleeper before week 7. So there's some meat on the bone here that he could be on waivers. You're just going to have to check. A lot of leagues he may not be, but you also got to check it out, see if he's there. On ESPN and Yahoo leagues, he's on waivers in more leagues than Sleeper. So you're going to have to just take a look. But with Michael Carter, you still got to know what you're getting with him here, because there is some potential, but you just got to know what you're diving into. Against the Broncos, carried the ball 13 times for 29 yards, caught 2 balls for 45 yards. Going back to last year's stats, because this is when he got a lot of run in the offense last season, with this larger sample, he had 3 RB2 weeks and 2 RB1 weeks, which is solid, which is good for a rookie running back in the Jets system with a rookie quarterback and an infusion of rando quarterbacks. Averaged 3.37 yards after contact per attempt. Had 5 carries of 15 yards or more. 639 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns. Had 50 targets, 36 catches, 325 yards. That last little bit's what's important here. 50 targets, 36 catches means he's used in the passing game. If you're in PPR, this could be a sneaky running back to get if you're able to get him at all. And the passing production here will elevate his floor, will give him opportunity to be able to produce for us. He was drafted on day 3 as a 4th round pick. Day 3 players on the long term from a dynasty fantasy football standpoint aren't the best bets, especially if you're paying up with first-round rookie picks. This guy, Michael Carter, jumped in the first round of rookie drafts that year, which is against fundamentals from that standpoint, and was overpriced. A lot of people liked him. He had some good tape coming out of college, coming out of North Carolina. He does run with good wiggle. He has good vision, good patience. He does do a lot of good things well. Catches the ball in the backfield. Was very productive with back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons before leaving for the NFL while sharing the backfield with Javonte Williams. Some people liked him better than Javonte Williams. That wasn't me, but some people did, and we saw that during draft season. Ran a 4.59 40-yard dash with a 29th percentile size-adjusted speed score. Remember, he was drafted in day 3 in the 4th round, 5'8", 201 pounds. Just a quick snapshot here of his profile. This tells me this is a running back that has some goods in his game, but does not have the upside to hold it down for the long term. If he's getting opportunity, he can give you some results, but it's not going to be 100% consistent. The odds of him rolling out and being the next Jonathan Taylor, being the next top tier running back is very, 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 very slim. We've already seen it. We already know the results, but just judging the collegiate profile here, the odds of that has been very diminished. Once you become a 4th round prospect, your odds decrease big time. You do get outliers though, like Dameon Pierce, that come out every now and again, but you also don't want to consistently bet on that, because you're going to be wrong more than you're right, and history says that. The thing about Michael Carter in the short term, when we look at his production, is that he catches the ball in the backfield, he's in line for opportunities, touches matter, and we're buying touches here in a volatile offense, which means he's probably going to give us some volatile production. Looking back at last year, where he gave you some RB2 weeks and a couple RB1 weeks, and we have half a season to go. You're probably going to get a couple RB2 weeks, maybe an RB1 week sprinkled in there, and some sad RB3 or worse weeks. So that's probably what you're going to get out of Michael Carter going forward. That's my projection. Is he worth picking up? Yes, if you need a running back, you need touches, you need a guy catching the ball in the backfield, that's what you're going to want to get. The expectation here is what I just laid out here. You're going to have some sad weeks. You're going to have a few RB2 weeks sprinkled in, a couple RB1 weeks maybe, and some production. You're going to have to waffle on him. You're going to have to guess when to put him in your lineup. He's going to be in the RB 30, 40 range, ranked most weeks, and that's where you're going to have him at throughout the rest of the season. Do you need him? You don't need him, especially if you're a top-tier team and you're stacked to the gills on your roster. Those undefeated teams, those one-loss teams, are probably good at running back unless you want another one, but you probably don't have the waiver claim, or you want to save your fat money for something else that's more sound with more upside. But if you're a middle-of-the-road, bottom-dweller team, you need a running back. You need those touches because touches matter to running backs. That's opportunities. And even though you're not a top-tier talent, if you're catching passes out of the backfield, you're getting those targets, you're getting some handoffs, maybe some goal line looks, then eventually that could give you some production when you play them in the right matchups. And also if luck goes your way. Fantasy football is a lot of luck as well in some of these matchups. When you look at a guy like me who studies it a lot, I'm going to be right 62% of the time on average. That is your base case for the top bettors in Vegas. I stole that stat from Evan Silva. He mentions that a lot. So objectively, you're going to be wrong around 40% of the time. And that's something you want to have baked into your decisions. So you want to hedge here and there as well. You want to have objective analysis when you start looking at these players. You don't want to go in with definites because a lot of times you're going to be wrong as well because that's just how the cookie crumbles. But let me know what you think about Michael Carter going forward. If you've heard any news on Breece Hall, drop in the comments real quick here because we're still waiting for them MRI results to come in. They might have already came in while I'm talking here, but I had to get this out because I had some extra time here between work and stuff. But I want to thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. I'm dropping content like this left and right all day, 3-4 videos a day sometimes, just to help you out with waiver wires, trades, and everything else. Again, I want to thank you, and I'll catch you on the next video.